Hello.
Hi, is this Yvette?
Ask who's calling?
Yeah, this is Ryan Token from the Nielsen family. You replied to a...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're...
Yeah.
Okay. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Perfect. If you have some time, I would like to discuss the Genesis AI monitoring system program with you and see if you think it's a good fit.
Okay, well, about how long will it take? I am kind of in the middle of trying to do a little thing here.
How's 5 minutes?
But I'm very interested, so.
How's 5 minutes sound?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Well, I have on the line with me, his name is Dr. Baz. He actually was one of the main engineers who helped develop and process the Genesis AI monitoring system. So, Dr. Baz?
Yes. Hello, Yvette. How are you this evening?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. We're glad that you were able to take our call tonight. Mr. Tolkien here is going to describe a little bit more about the program, and I will chime in with some technical, scientific information when necessary.
Yep, and if you have any questions, he is the developer, so he can answer them way better than me. I'm more on the commercial end. So, okay, just to give you a little background, probably about 15 years ago, the science community started playing around with particle colliders. Are you familiar with particle colliders?
Yeah, I think so, actually. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really interesting way that, that what they're trying to do is, prove really what started the universe. So, one of the side items that they actually got from this is it actually allows anybody who's within the region of, within 20 feet of a particle collider, it actually allows scientists to monitor and pick up feelings and emotion. So it really helps when it comes to monitoring systems, or like monitoring the television, for example. That if you're watching television, we can't really tell what you think, what you feel, and if the old Nielsen family, I don't know if you remember the old Nielsen family boxes that we used to send out to people, but they were just boxes. Yeah, they were just boxes, and you plugged them in, and it couldn't tell if you were really enjoying it or if you were watching it and you fell asleep, things like that. So what we'll do is we'll actually, if you're interested, we'll come and we'll actually install a 90-foot particle collider that will actually run through all the rooms where televisions are in your house, and why these big cylinders are sitting there shooting atoms at each other and causing, basically mini black holes and other astronomical greatness. We will be monitoring how you are actually feeling when you're watching shows like Rescue and NCIS. We'll actually be able to what's going on in your head. So
that's crazy. Okay, that's a little freaky.
Well, do you have questions? What do you want to know?
Well, just, is there are there a physical, mental side effects down, any, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Well, we've tested this device on monkeys, and so far there have not been any severe physical side effects. On some monkeys have shown a little bit of itching, and some have actually felt a slight amount of nausea. And we basically can monitor that by monitoring how much intake of food they take in per day. And but we believe that scaled up to the humans, there should not be too many physical side effects. It should be safe, absolutely safe.
What about if there's anybody that has epilepsy or prone to seizures?
Well, we do have a safety suit that we will send out for people that are prone to seizures. So these people can wear, it's basically a lead-lined suit. It's a very thin layer of lead. It only weighs about 15 pounds, and it's very unobtrusive. And they will need to wear a helmet along with it, a lead helmet.
And ma'am, just because we gotta make sure that, we're being, 100%, open and upfront with everything. There is a less than 1% chance that you'll experience time skips. where you'll be sitting there and suddenly it's 3 days from now. And like I said, it's less than 1%.
Yeah, it's about 0.7%.
Yeah, it's, and there's nothing wrong with time skips because you don't actually age.
It's a benefit, actually.
Yeah, it actually has to do with some of Einstein's theories. Basically, you move forward at the same rate you normally experience, but everything around you skips ahead. So it's not that big of a deal. And when it happens, we'll immediately send out a crew to see what's happening. We will have it in your contract that if you experience any time skips, you will receive $100,000. But that also will require that you write
Mr.
down
Tolkien,
your experience. Yes,
that
sir.
is $100,000 per event.
How does somebody know if you had a time skip? And then what happens in 3 days? Is it like my boss is calling, like wondering where I was for 3 days?
Well, we actually have a whole team of lawyers that will basically deal with your employer, and he can't take any punitive action against you. Our lawyers will ensure that. So you don't have to worry about that. You can just consider it a 3-day vacation.
Yes.
No, but like, what happens to people in my life if that happens? Are they just okay? I'm kind of tripping out here. Like,
well, what'll happen is you will seem to them. Think of it like this. Think of everything around you will seem like it goes in super fast motion, but all those people around you will see you in super slow motion. And this is basically how time exception happen. So when a time skip happens, it's not like they won't know you're there. It's just you'll be moving, at your normal pace, but divided by whatever your skip is. So if your skip is 1 hour, then you'll be moving at 1 hour divided by the potential, time of actual schematics. So
it's actually a distortion of perception.
Yes. That's a good way to describe it. So basically, it's not like they'll think, "Oh, where'd she go? She's missing." It's not like Back to the Future, where she's upset.
Yeah, no,
that's
you will
just
be
nonsense.
physically present.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. You just will look like to the people who are around you. If let's say it went for 3 days, to the people that are around you, you'll just be moving in super slow motion, but you'll experience all them in super fast motion.
Yes,
that's crazy. This is like what is that?
But there's a less than 1% chance of this happening. So.
Yeah, and the thing is,
but I mean, seriously, guys, because the reason I'm kind of tripping out is I'm kind of into this kind of stuff. I mean, I watch, the Black Hole with Morgan Freeman, and I watch stuff like that. But to actually be in a conversation with the two of you that are telling me that even though it's a less than 1% chance that it happens, and you can describe what happens, it's kind of really surreal to me right now.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting, but it is the latest in TV monitoring technology. I mean, we use it not to cause time skips, but
it's revolutionary.
Yeah, it's revolutionary.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Maybe you guys, the corporate is using Nielsen to test all of us as use as guinea pigs to see if time travel is possible.
No. In full disclosure, again, though, the NSA does work with Nielsen family to build up their own information. So, but from the best we can tell, all they care about is what you're watching too. They're not in your heads trying to figure out if you're a terrorist or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about it. It's just in full disclosure, the NSA does use us as a data mining company. So
wow.
I wouldn't be worried about. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Turbois.
Yes, I'm Mr. Turbois. I'm the assistant scientist here at the Nielsen family. Have you told her about the chance of prolapse?
No, I have not. Would you care to fill her in on that, Dr. Turbois?
Yes. Again, there's about a 1% chance of mental prolapse from our equipment.
And that means?
That means a mental prolapse.
I don't know if she understands the term, Mr. Turbois.
You've been through high school science, right?
Well, yeah, but, it's been a while.
Okay, basically that's an inversion of your mental processes.
So what, I'm going to think backwards or something?
Exactly.
Give me an example of before and after exactly. What is? How do I think backwards? Like,
have you ever heard of Charles Manson?
yes.
Yes, he was affected by a mental prolapse, and
Yes,
that's
he
why
was.
he
Yes,
did
he
all
was.
of his things. Anyway, I'll let the head scientist take it over.
But if
Big
there
boss
is
man.
a incidence of mental prolapse occurring, you will be paid a minimum of $350,000.
And the thing is, one thing to remember, Yvette, is that if that prolapse happens, we will be completely aware of that, and we actually know how to reverse it. So it wouldn't be something that's permanent. I mean, it would something that would require you to go through the basically the curing process, which basically we put you in like this pod. It's like a mechanical pod, and you go inside that pod, and then you just kind of stand there. But meanwhile, a bunch of interactors happen, and then boom, and then you end up in this other pod because it reverses you and changes you around. And so then your prolapse will be cured. And this is
you'll be as
proven.
good as
You
new.
can read about it. You can read about it on the internet all you want. This isn't a strange process. It's something that we do now for people who prolapse. It's just it wasn't around in the 60s. This is something that came out of the early 2000s.
Yes, it was a product of Mr. The End's human combustion testing.
Yes, we found that a few of his test subjects were prone to the mental prolapse, and so they developed this therapy to help cure them of the prolapse, and it seems to work. They're fine today. They might just have a few facial tics.
Okay, yeah. Like, what happens? How do you know if you have a mental prolapse? Like, what happens? What is the end result of?
Well, some of the warning signs of a mental prolapse will be a slight tremor occurring around your eyes and your nose, and you might start to get some violent thoughts. And do you have any pets? Do you have any small pets?
No, we don't have any pets here.
Okay, well, that's good, because some of the warning signs of the mental prolapse occurring are pet owners turning on their small pets. And, I don't mean to sound scary, but they tend to attack the pets and kill them quite violently. But if you don't have any small pets, then that's not a problem.
And Yvette, remember, with the fact that the Genesis AI monitoring system's there, the moment a prolapse happens,
yes,
we are well aware of it because we know exactly what you're thinking, and our team of people will see it
they'll
flip.
be dispatched immediately.
Yes,
we're prolapse experts. We've all gone to Goethe University.
I've actually suffered from prolapse once, and I'm just fine now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, our cat, is no longer with us, but my family is fine.
The good thing is we used to live in a time where prolapse really, it was killing up to 50,000 Americans a year, and who knows how many house pets. But ever since the pod cure came about, it's not even an issue really, unless somebody gets prolapse and nobody knows.
So I gotta ask this.
Okay.
So aside from your machine and a 1% chance of it causing this thing, like.
No, it's way less than 1%, but there's a less 1% chance you might experience time skips.
Okay, so but what I'm wondering is, aside from this machine possibly causing it, in just human nature and the world as it is, what would cause somebody to have a mental prolapse?
Heavy metal music mostly.
Acid is what did it a lot in the 60s.
That's
okay,
what
so let's say non-drug induced. Like today, okay, so you mentioned like heavy metal music. What?
Yes, excuse me, ma'am.
Like,
I just wanted to tell you, my mental prolapse was caused by ingesting too much LSD, D-lysergic acid, while listening to Judas Priest, and that triggered my prolapse. So
Yeah.
Mine was caused by
I
too
don't need
much
to laugh
Four
at that.
Loko and Judas Priest.
Yeah,
So, apparently Judas Priest is bad.
Yeah, I would
Stay away
say,
from them.
yeah, and I would stay away from Four Loko too. It'll cause
Mon
issues.
Are you guys for real? This is.
No,
I don't
this
know whether to
is-
laugh or actually take this seriously.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We are dead serious. This is. I mean, this is why we need to have these conversations with
This is
people
full
because
disclosure.
first of all, I mean, if we do put the 90-foot particle collider into your home,
Anyway,
it will require us to bring out a crew of. It's going to be about 50 engineers and scientists to install this thing, and it's likely to be a 3-month project. So it's kind of a big deal. But the thing is, there's no added cost onto you. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. I mean, you really don't have to do anything, and you get $1,000 a month. We'll have it right in the contract. If you were to experience time skips, I mean, $100,000 for missing 3 days, sign me up.
If I was you, I would be hoping.
The collider will actually generate power, so you won't have to pay for electricity anymore.
Yeah, it's something weird that we don't quite understand how it happens yet. But once an energy collider is started, it's actually a perpetual machine. It's a perpetual motion machine. So we'll actually install some 120 plugs on it, and you will be able to power your house off with the collider. We're scientists are not sure because perpetual motion is supposed to not exist. It's
Mr.
Einstein
Tolkien.
says
Right.
it's not real, but these colliders are creating it. We
Mr.
don't know.
Tolkien?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
wait. So let me
Excuse me, ma'am.
let me ask some basic questions. Can I ask some basic questions here?
Sure.
How
go ahead,
big
ma'am.
is this thing?
It is 90 feet, as Mr. Tolkien alluded to.
So
and
Size
you are
of it actually 90 feet?
90 feet,
Yes, but 80 of those feet are in an alternate dimension.
Yes.
Are you familiar with string theory?
No, but okay, wait, let me stop you first because I live in an apartment building, first of all.
Well, do you have
So
10 feet
I'm not-
available? That's basically all we need is 10 feet because
10
80
feet.
feet of it will be in a parallel dimension.
Holy crap balls! This just keeps getting weirder every.
This is actually the state of the art, ma'am. It's very exciting. You will have the opportunity to be participating in state of the art research,
Yeah.
and it's benefiting
Where
the
am I?
Nielsen group.
In an apartment building. Where am I supposed to put this thing? That's like.
No, 10 feet. That's all it is
10
10
feet.
feet. So if you
I don't live in a very large apartment. I mean,
Well, do you have a
it's
room
like-
that's 10 feet
Actually,
wide?
I think we could fold it into about 2 feet within the third dimension if we use the 11th.
Hey,
And actually, if we overclock it, we can maybe cut that down to about 6 feet. If we
well,
overclock it.
you guys are the professionals, but we've never done that, right?
Yeah, Dr. Turbois, we've played around with overclocking in the lab. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
So if we overclock the CPU, I think we can actually increase that to 84 feet into the X dimension,
Ma'am, the only thing
Yeah,
the only thing that I would warn is
or 94 feet, excuse me.
if the particle collider, because it's like a big tube, if it ever cracks open, we did have an incident once where it cracked open, and it reached out basically through space to wherever, we're not sure, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this thing on like
It actually shot a beam.
Yeah, it shot a beam, and this thing on a recliner popped up, and it was almost human-like. It was, someone did describe it almost like a duck, but it was almost human-like. It was really interesting, though, and, and since then, we've actually reinforced the outside of these things, but if it opens up, it's probably best just to leave your house, call our 800
Yes.
number, and we'll send out a science team, because if it goes through Howard again, there's going to be an issue.
We have this entity here now. We should put him
Do you
on the
think
phone.
I'll have time to get out of my house? It won't just
No.
suck me in like that
It
into
takes
like some third parallel dimension, and all of a sudden we'll be like.
Absolutely not. It doesn't affect. It reaches out in space and it pulls. In this case, according to the specimen, he was sitting in his house. He was reading some kind of alien duck magazine, and it pulled him and his recliner into the warehouse we had the particle collider in. But like I said, that was like 3 years ago. Since then, we've actually reinforced these colliders.
We've made a lot of refinements.
And we have the specimen on the phone. He'd like to talk to you. Mr.
Would you like to talk to him?
What?
Do you have Franklin Baines for me?
What?
I like Franklin Baines.
He doesn't speak.
Okay,
really
gentlemen, do we need some real scientists in here? This is John Holloman here.
Yes, no, I am a real scientist. Are you trying?
I'm a real assistant scientist.
Well,
what are you saying, Mr. Holloman?
Mr. Snodswell, we are associates.
Guy.
We are
yes,
associates,
this is
Mr. Holland.
Dr. Snodswell. I do
Dr.
have my
Snodswell.
PhD.
All right.
You just have your master's degree. Remember?
Can you
I told you not to bring that up.
Probe me anyway.
Yes, ma'am. I have my associate, Mr. Holloman, on the line.
Yes.
He obviously has something that he wants to say.
But you can still call me doctor.
No.
PhD.
Okay, ma'am. Do you have more questions, or how you feeling about this? Because if so, we could go ahead and get the collider on its way there. We get our team on their way there. So, I mean, how you feeling about this?
Quite honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of like.
This is your opportunity to participate in state-of-the-art research. And depending on how this whole plays out, we are planning on writing up our findings and publishing an article in Nature magazine, and you will be cited in the acknowledgments.
And my name is...
How many other households have you guys installed this in?
Well, my name is Mr. Jones. We can actually kick that compensation up to $30,000 if you're willing to go along with all this.
And actually, I've just been notified that we can...
I used to go to Harvard, and now I talk like this because I put it in my house.
Shut up, Ken.
Yeah.
You'll suck your dick.
Get back in your cage.
So basically, the amount of people that have done this before, we have 15 people who have actually set it up, and we got another 270 that have signed up.
We've only had one fatality in that 15. So.
Yeah,
it's a very good statistic. I don't know if they've explained it all. And
the fatality, full disclosure again, the fatality was actually not just the fatality of the person.
Yes.
They rampaged throughout their neighborhood, leaving 8 dead.
That was
they had a golf club.
There is no evidence. There's no evidence that the particle collider had anything to do with that. That's all I can say.
I mean, if you just look at the incidence of rampaging throughout neighborhoods, it's about 1 in 15 these days in our society.
The thing is the person who did it also they also played the game. They also played the game Grand Theft Auto.
Yes,
and Minecraft.
And they were in the PLA crew.
While listening to Judas Priest.
So those probably had more to do with it than our damn particle collider.
And I think they were in the PLA crew in GTA.
This can't be for real, right? I mean,
it is for real, ma'am.
Ma'am, I would not lie about cactus. So don't you cacti about my cactus.
I'm a scientist,
we will definitely
ma'am.
send this to you.
I'm all about
scientist.
Is this like some joke, or am I like is like hidden cameras here or something? I mean,
I'm a big penis.
No, this is completely legit. I don't know why you would even think for a moment that this is
what makes
some
you
kind of
think
joke.
that, ma'am? What makes you think that this is a joke?
A lot of the comments, all these people that all of a sudden you're bringing on the phone, and the way that you guys talk to each other,
we're very
this
casual
is
here.
a corporate conference.
Yes,
We're
got a lot of people on here.
Yeah. Here at the Nielsen family, we like to feel like we're really a family.
Yes.
Now they did this experiment. Now I'm in this wheelchair. I can't jerk off anymore.
So, ma'am, let's just.
I had sex with my sister.
So, ma'am, let's just cut through this. Are you interested in having a particle collider in your house that may cause time skips, may cause dimensional pull through of Howard the Duck, and it may cause flux to speak in at the last minute?
Get back in your cage!
Don't buy this. They used it on me, and I lost 25 years of my life.
Shut up, Lux! Get back in your cage!
Yeah, that don't even
make sense. They made me 12 anymore. They made me 12 again.
Lux, that
Well, no,
don't even make sense. You can't travel backwards in time.
This is a monkey we've trained to talk.
I went back and I killed my grandfather, and it created a paradox in which I'm now looping around infinitely.
Hey, you know what? You sound like you got.
Dick.
You sound pretty hot. Can I get some peck back?
Yeah. So, ma'am, can we go ahead and send? We're gonna go ahead and send you this particle collider, okay?
Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. I mean, if anything, I gotta say, like, you made me laugh. My daughter's cracking up over here.
Are you late for whatever you were getting ready to do?
Put your daughter on the phone.
Or is this more important?
Your daughter hot?
See what I mean? This is not for real. You guys wouldn't say comments like this.
No, man, this is real.
No, we're
see,
very
man.
casual here at Nielsen.
Have you
It's
ever dealt
how
with
we keep our
scientists or
morale up.
perverts?
Yeah, we're a Christian company, man. We like to keep it loose around here.
Dialer, could
We
you
want to
just-
suck your daughter's dick.
Dialer, ma'am? I think you're having problems dealing with us because we're males. Dialer, could you get Stacy on the phone?
Oh, Lucy.
Hello?
Lucy.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, this is Stacy.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a bunch. It's a sausage fest here with all the scientists, and I just like to have a little heart to heart with you, woman to woman. I mean, they mean well, and they are at the edge of the state-of-the-art cutting technology, but, I mean, it's gone to their heads, and I think they're adding inches onto their penis that just doesn't belong there.
I've got 5 extra inches now.
Yeah, ma'am. Lucy is not lying. I actually have a 11-inch penis.
I
And
don't. That's not
I
cool.
only got 8. I only got 8.
I got
Yeah.
10.
Fuck you.
You know what, guys? I would really like to collide with her particles.
ma'am, can we come over and
Oh,
collide
hell
with your
yeah.
particles?
No, you may not come over and collide with my particles.
We'll bring a film crew.
I want
So
to
far-
spray you with
so
them
far,
blue
ma'am,
ones,
Our record,
bitch.
our record of dealing with people in Hawaii is pretty good. Is it true that you guys are all coconut heads?
No, but we do live in grass shacks and stay with bananas and coconuts.
Nice.
And smoke marijuana cigarettes.
Do you wear
I
a grass skirt?
Do you know Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Hang on. I'm going to
Ra,
jerk off.
do you know
Keep
Dog the Bounty Hunter,
Keep
Bra?
this lady talking. I'm going to jerk off real quick.
Ma'am, could you keep
Oh, my-
laughing? We're almost
Ooh.
finished.
It's
Ken,
moist.
don't shoot it in my direction.
banana, baby. Peel my banana.
Okay, ma'am. We're going to go ahead and end this call. We're going to go ahead and send you the particle collider, and just for kicks and giggles, we're going to go ahead and send you a robot to live in your house too. Okay?
Really, will it make me breakfast and
Of course.
clean my house stuff?
I will
And
give
it may enslave you and your children, but that's okay.
Nick,
Johnny-
it might
you
it might
over the
service
couch.
you sexually.
Yes.
Johnny 5 is the
Oh my
word.
God, you guys
It's
are.
a fuck
If I weren't laughing so hard, I would have just. This is very entertaining. That's the only reason why I'm still on the phone with you.
We need to know how big your areolas are for the rating suit.
Yes.
And I want to cover you with mango chutney.
I want to tongue punch your
My
fart
daughter
box.
is listening to this, by the
Oh,
way.
sorry.
I would say gentlemen, but I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I would like to stick my penis
We're
in your mouth
Christians
hole.
here at Nielsen.
Oh yeah, like a lot of Christians talk that way with potty mouth. I mean, that's pretty pretty bad,
If
guy.
we put this
No, we're
device in your
speaking the
home,
truth,
penises
man.
from the third dimension will float around in your living room.
Okay. Well, at least you're a good sport about it because when
Can
this
you
is up on
fax
the
me
internet,
some of that marijuana, please?
Actually, you're on 98.6
I
the
don't.
mouth.
I don't
man.
have any.
how's it feel to be on the KDK show? I don't know either because nobody's ever on that fucking show. It's just some lame.
No.
Well, we're on that show now, though.
KDK's not
Okay.
even here.
I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm glad you were a good sport and you enjoyed it. But the first 30 minutes, boy, you came off as dumb as shit. So why don't you have a good night?
All right, guys.
Live long and be stupid.
I
Yeah,
want to lick your
live long
butt
and
hurt.
stupid. Don't forget to breed and breed often. We need my
I
kids need dumb
I
people
do
to
my
prank when
best,
they get older.
Yes,
LOL
we
at
need more
Darwinism.
coconut heads. More
Maybe
coconut
if I
heads.
had more of those penises from the third dimension, I'd be able to breed more often.
There you go.
Hashtag
There we
really-
go. She just got horny on us.
I want to go over to that lady's house, have her move her legs apart so I can go.
Okay, so what? Do I get compensated for putting up with this for so long.
Yes,
We're gonna send you. We're gonna send you.
We have a website.
You guys send me the particle collider.
Yes,
actually, ma'am, if you want to
claim
go to
your
this
prize.
website, you can actually sign up, and then we will send you compensation for the money we make off of this. So, if you want to go ahead and give her that website there.
Yes. Do you have access to a browser right now?
Hang on. You guys this is like too much. I can't believe this. I watched this shit on TV, that's why.
And you're right, we do got to compensate you because you are part of it. Otherwise, we can't use your voice. So we'll give you access to the form. Just fill out the form, and then you won't make much money. It's not like we make a ton, but it's better than nothing.
Well, we can give you in compensation in U.S. dollars, bitcoins, euros, whatever you want.
Maybe coconut.
Third dimension penises. Okay, ma'am.
We do need to verify that you got this.
Way too long. Do you have your internet ready?
Well, I'm going to write it down because I don't have my computer on right now. So. Anyway.
Okay.
Just fire that shit up. What are we doing here?
Just go to 198.143.157.115.
All right.
Okay, what is the name of this show or whatever it is?
It's KDK show.
KDK prank calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday nights by the fire featuring KDK.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if that's not it, then go to Friday Night Cranks with Jared.
Friday Night Cranks, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's one of those two. And he's so funny. He's so funny. It's crazy. He's just he's so funny. He's so creative. Okay.
Yeah, I love when you have that specimen come on. That was just like, are you freaking?
That's from the movie Howard the Duck. Stupid.
Wait, is she talking about retarded Ken?
All right.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna let you go.
Boom.
He's very uncultured.
To quote the phone losers, this is gonna be a fuck job to edit. All right. Talk to you later, lady.
All right. Well, I do actually thank you for putting a smile on my face and my daughter's. It was a good laugh. It was it was a good try.
We're Christians. We love making people smile.
All right, everybody. Yay. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Suck my dick.
Love you.